I'm François. My nickname is Valmir, and I'm 40 years old, and I'm gonna play this year Vermin Swarms for Team Belgium. I've been playing from fantasy battle since 1994, I guess, and it's now a pleasure to be part of the team and to start again big stuff with going to the ETC in Italy. What I think it's great into the Nine Age, it's a game about all problem and it's issue to solve. And what I particularly like is to be in a weird or bad situation and then turn off what seems to be a 3 or 4 results or even a null and turn that into a victory. And I think I can really do it well with my army that seems to be luck dependent and to counter tide with big combat resolution and big block of infantry that can stay forever and then push back the opponent. I've started to join the Team Belgium. It was a long time ago. It was around, I think, in 2010. There was part of a Flemish girl from Limburg at this time that were working hard to create a new community and to work to have the best team possible. So as I remember, I passed some selection and then I failed. And then we have a drop that time, and it was in Germany. And then they say, "Oh, Frank, if you wish to go to ETC, it's possible, but you have to plead Demon Legion." And it was the beginning of my adventure. I was that time with two of my more friendly dude. It was Gregor and Gobo, who now are not anymore in the team, and it was the beginning of my investment and place into the team. From that time, I've done 4 ETC, 2 times with Demon Legion, 2 times with Bretonia, and it was an hard time from Team Belgium. We learned many stuff, and we lose a bunch of time too. But we achieve some great fun, and we never give up, and we always wish to go better and to improve for ourselves. Time going through, and years after years, there was a small choice about some different team, and between those teams there is qualification, and for two years I take place for a spot, but my team was was crushed, so we don't go to the ETC at this time for 2.5 years. So the new goal was changed back in 2015, I guess, and it was to have the team the best possible again, and so I can apply again for the team, and I've been into the ETC back in 2018 and 2019. So for this year, I've been elected by Arthur as a co-captain after some work we've done together on Discord and stuff we organize, and I was chosen. So that was really fun to be part of the choosing process, and from the part of more direction and the way to go for the team. So for this year, I've got many expectations, as we've done a really big result in the 2 last ETC, in a really ETC, in 2018 and 2019. So we wish to stay as a Belgian, as a good and one of the top nation. But we have a long stop. Online tournament were really harsh for some result. Nation Cup, WTC and Nation Cup were difficult, and we have a bunch of new players fitting the team for now, so we have to see how the machine is going and how we can manage to make the best result possible. For myself, this year, what I wish to do is to have an average to good result for myself. I know that my army can make many damage, but the problem is that this dice depending. So I've got to close the game. It's a stuff that I don't done before because I really like open game where opponent can go to some situation, then make some mistake, and then I can turn up the tide. But the new Vermin Swarms do not allow that anymore. So I've got to close game and perhaps go out of my trench and crush the opponent in a favorable matchup. So for me, I wish to hope to have around 60 points at the end, and I hope to tackle some big scoring opponent or big scoring army with mine. So perhaps play the anvil, or perhaps do a big amount of damage at the army with full armor. So I hope I will make it for the team, and I hope the result will follow. So as I said, I will play Vermin Swarms. So for this time, what I will fit is a Navy magic with the bell, with the Triumvirate, with the Cowl of the Apostate, allowing me many spells that I can play on movement and against the movement of the opponent, and to unleash hell with the Wrath of God. I've got also many stuff that can zone and block the path of the opponent army with the Assassin, with the Doomblade, with the Doomspark, with the Cannon, and I've got also a big blocks of infantry. I've got 3x50 dude, with 1x25 that push the bell, so that's 4 big blocks with combination with the life is cheap rule. All those blocks could hold and even win if I faced some unit with few attacks. What I should do is to avoid being surrendered and avoid to be combo charge. So everything will be on position, good deployment, and a bit of readability of what should do my opponent. So that's maybe difficult, but I think it can have many rewards because I've got Doomspark, I've got many bodies, and with all that stuff I can really tank and even anvil what the opponent can launch at me, and then turn it good and kill what he can throw. I think I'm maybe with that list a nerf killer, maybe KOE killer. I guess against chaos is good too. Perhaps some weakness against some build of dwarf with some war machine and stuff like that, because they can trade expensive unit of mine, but I think little dwarf will die or in exchange. So I think it's quite a polyvalent build for the goal to can play nearly everything and not too much specialize. We'll see if the approach was good. My journey with Vermin Swarms began with the new book, as everybody opened it with all his new surprise and all the stuff that we are still crying on it, and all the other that we are really happy to have. It's a book with many tools and many cool rules and many stuff that can be based on luck and based on bait and reward. So perhaps it's really great to play, but sometimes it's a bit frustrating. But I'm still going on that. I was already playing Vermin Swarm into 2019, and for this time I can say that I played at least around, for that variation, from 3 months around. I've done the mega defensive one, which nobody plays, but it was nearly good, but it was defensive. And as about the game is more about objective, and objective need to be on the offensive, it's perhaps better for a team event like the ETC to have a list that can go into all the table or nearly all the table and then draw or win all the objectives. So that's why the build is done in that way. First of all, I wish to thank a lot the former captain Gregor, because he really forged and crafted a community and a good group that wish to make the work possible for the ETC. Really, we go on a solid base, and I wish we go on confirmation of the result that we've done before. So a big thanks to what have been done by previous captain for all this job and what he still bring to the community and to the team for that time.